where your
Yeah.
tools are, there's a toggle where you disable your dark mode if you want to.
Oh, I see it. Okay. All right. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay. That is a lot better. And I was just blind to that. Okay, so last session you had missed do a proper cultural change and to an extent a very radical one to these little mushroom people. And you also figured out what the knife did, and you were working on making gas masks and different other types of equipment to properly deal with the necromancer.
Hmm? You said because I had 2 days
Is
time and my role was quite good, I get to pick individual designs, right?
Yes. Yes.
All right.
What
Once we
would you
get to
want to
that,
do with that?
once we're where I hand them out, I'm going to describe them. They're going to look
Okay.
fire.
All right. All right. I can't wait then. Um. Okay. So we were in. I believe it was, from what I recall. Um. There was an interaction that Klaatu wanted to do with Oraba on some sort of on research of something. And that was the last piece of downtime that I don't think we had time to address last week.
What was that
Am
again?
I correct to remember
Oh,
that?
it was a weird shard thing. Think hard, mate.
A
Think
weird shard thing.
glass shard, a shard from somewhere.
And now I also remember we have the super duper ultra mushroom that can heal everything as well, right?
Hmm.
Or it was a pearl, something, but that wasn't that thing.
Mm-mm. But you hold on to that pearl.
I think I have one at least, and Mira has some more.
I haven't watched the video through. I'm at half, so I don't know what we talked about or about this stuff.
That translates into game interaction. You're just standing there, both grasping your heads, thinking hard,
I still
Uh,
remember Klaatu was very adamant about tattooing someone and making a clone of me.
going through the pockets, trying to
That
find the
was
stuff, but can't remembering what the stuff is.
pretty
every
scary.
stuff was for uh, permanent mind talking, but perhaps I can do it otherwise without tattooing everyone.
Mm.
Or otherwise, I just leave it and every 45 minutes I re-ritual cast telepathic bond.
So you would be able to tattoo a spell.
Well, I'm not sure if, but perhaps. I did it with Henry successfully, but also he is now a Capinchu mushroom, so that is something I don't want to be.
I don't know if it's permanent, but you could use human blood.
Yeah, I can use human blood for that. But I should I can use my blood. I'm a normal human.
Yeah, I'm a normal human too.
Hello, fellow normal humans.
Yes. Here we play human music.
Oh God. Okay. Yes, there was a I think it had to do with the process of distilling the blood.
Yeah.
That you needed to do something with that. Well,
Mm,
you needed to actually pass the blood through a special way that could remove the arcana-ness of it
yes.
and then allow it to be then injected into someone or stabbed or however other method of passing that would
Mm,
happen. But
yeah,
you,
that was
but
it.
you could not just, cut yourself and do it without properly preparing yourself
Mm,
or
I could
preparing
also
the
give
thing.
Klaatu the notes I made from reading the book.
mm.
Yes.
Yeah,
He
that
knows
was
a
something we
bit
wanted
about
to
this
say out.
stuff, and yeah.
I'm back in a minute. I need a spoon to eat.
Okay.
Reasonable.
Okay, I'm back. I got a spoon. I got my food. I'm ready. So, Justin and Oraba were still working on something, right?
Yes. Well, Justin and Oraba were working on the masks. I could say that I think that because of Mist's whole interactions, that would have taken a day, perhaps more. So we could hand wave the fact that the masks are done then, and if you
Well,
want, you can introduce them.
Oraba was helping by providing the
Yes.
cloth, so maybe he didn't take as long as I did to then finish that. He was there for
Well,
all
but
the
he
first
was
steps.
but he was vital to the production of it because he allowed it to, with his help, to make it so that you could insert gas potions or gasified potions
Oh right,
directly
that's true.
into
We
the.
rolled very good.
Yes.
Mhm.
All right, so I'll hand out the masks then. First is Mist.
All right.
They all
Is Jeff here? 1 second, just checking.
Yeah, been here
Ah, okay. All right.
the
Good.
whole time.
Okay.
I don't know. We already copy pasted the description of the benefit of the gas and how it works.
Mhm.
So you get a face mask that is loaded with a haste gas, right? So you can, as a free action, absorb the gas. As a bonus action, refill, but only if you have refillables. Your face mask has a. They all have this black copper design because that is what we had available. So most of the surfaces are black and then copper outlining, but yours is bent into like wavy bits. And at the front of your mask is a hole where the cloth is just fitted, and then a kind of glass. It's not really glass, it's polished jewelry. Like I shaved it off so it's see-through. You can see through. And this way, the water that just comes naturally from your face will soak the cloth. It has natural ways for the water to drip off your face and then be channeled into the cloth.
Nice.
Right, that's
Cool.
your thing. Klaatu, your face mask is also copper black, but yours has like little skeleton hands that are at the holding points of the mask. And it's closed off, and it actually, your mask goes over your cheekbones and seems to cover most of your face.
Well, okay.
You can make
It's
an
alright.
insight. You can make an insight check why that's the reason.
Yes, I will.
Mira's mask is well, she's not here, but it's elongated. Oh, very bad, very bad. You just think that it's because of your face form or whatever. Like there was
Well, I
some
don't
thought
question
to it, but probably a practical one and not a emotional
Yeah.
or any
Obviously,
thought at
I'm
all.
not questioning it.
Yeah.
I just love the design. I
Um,
love the skeleton's hands here.
and Miru's
Oh.
mask is like a little efeu. What's that in English?
Ivy.
Ivy. Yeah, it's like a little bronze copper ivy strings going across, and it's elongated so that it covers her nose, and she has the option to still open her whole jaw.
Oh wait, I can't speak with this mask?
Yeah, you can, but it's muffled.
Oh wow, thanks.
They're like FFP2 masks,
Yeah.
like the way that they enclose off your nose and mouth. Really, they
Yes.
really enclose it off. It's no air going in. And they all have this cloth filter at the front where it's like perforated copper, so that air can go through and yeah, you can breathe. Where was I at? Oraba. Well, since you were part of the process, you can choose the design as well.
I thought it would be funny if it was kind of looking like my beard. Like an
Yeah,
undercover
nice.
masking.
Nice. Like the copper that I put on then is another version of your beard.
It blends in.
Yeah. And that's all, right? Did I forget anyone? The vampires don't need masks. And yeah. So every mask has this little you can see it best in Mist's masks because it has the see-through in the front. There is this little capsule right where the filter is. And these capsules can be pulled apart. So if you if you tuck your mask underneath your right chin and hit a little mechanism that pulls the capsule apart, the gas will dissolve in the mask and into the filter, and you'll breathe the instant potion effects. Right?
That's clever.
And then on the front, you can also, like a shotgun, just open up the mask like a little bit, and then put in the capsule and push out the empty capsule at the other side, and it falls out.
Cool, cool.
Yeah, it's just on a little bit of copper railing. So all of them are like FFP2 masks, as there is a bit of space. Like there could be a flat hand in between, which is enough space. Like the capsules are finger size max. Yeah.
Okay,
Listen to this.
So,
Excellent work.
so mechanically, this is a bonus action to use this thing, and
As I got it,
Mechanically, it is a free action to use the first thing that the potion that you have loaded, and it is a bonus action for you to use any other potions.
okay.
right, and the capsules need to be made, and so far we didn't make any more. So
No, okay, they need to be made for every use.
yeah. And except for Mist, every mask has a greater healing potion inside, which is how many D6s? 4? Greater healing potion.
Let me see.
$44 plus 4.
4d4 plus 4.
4 plus 4. Alright. Got it.
Yes. Alright.
Well, that is.
Alright, it's not that bad. Just put it on correctly. You don't have to have the strings that tightly. They're adjustable.
I see. So when I click here, I get the gas.
No, you need to tuck it back. It's like scratching your chin, you know? Just tuck it a bit back. Imagine, and I put my 2 fingers in front of you, and they just sit next to each other, and then I pull them apart like this until there's a little gap. This is how it works.
Okay.
You know, you just pull them apart with that.
Yeah, I see. Okay, good to know. I hope I will never use it.
What? No, I hope you use it. It's going to be so useful.
But I hope just that I don't get physically damaged anymore. It's like my #1 dream.
Well, that's a little unrealistic considering your typical pastimes.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, well, the last times I got hurt with the crocodilians, and now
Yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday, but I could have changed my mind and said not to do kinky stuff. But I did.
I don't know.
But
It all seemed very programmed and expected.
well, I'm stupid too sometimes. But yeah, I just hope. But as Miss said, probably I will use it a lot.
Well, we didn't produce any more capsules, so at the moment it's a one-time use.
Oh.
I'll clean up after myself, and you can have Oroba now. Here you go.
Hey, Oroba!
Hey, you wanna have a look at my notes for the blood thing?
Oh, yes, please. So, how to distill blood.
Let me just get them out,
Hmm.
and I start rustling.
All right. Okay. Do you want to make an Arcana check in this case with advantage because of the notes?
Yeah. Oh wait, I have to sign.
All right. Which one does the check?
Whose Arcana is
I
higher?
think
Fine.
probably Klaatu and I help him
Okay,
with my knowledge.
let's do it. 28.
The 8 of
Delicious.
Arcana. All right. The process of distilling of properly distilling the blood it involves this material which is not entirely clear from the translation if it is another type of blood. It is called something like it is called Titan's blood, but from the way that it is described, it could also mean something like earth or mud, a special type of material that at the same time is actually present enough in the continent for it to be used, for it to be almost everywhere,
Okay.
and all different types of creatures actually use it. So it involves a process of mixing the blood in mixing the blood that you want to distill into this. You put it into this pot. You boil it together with this mud, and it can be the mud of the world itself, the place itself, the earth. And after this process of boiling and cleansing, it seems that the earth or gravel naturally cleans the blood off it. This could also imply actually that there are ways of instilling with perhaps different gemstones different types of effects into the blood if should you actually wish to try something like that. But the basis is that it's actually a fairly easy process to just boil it together with some mud.
Okay, crazy. That is good.
It's almost too easy.
It seems like it. Well,
What you understand is that, and definitely it's something that is hidden in between the lines of this is that there has to be for this technique to be so proliferated here and not at all exist in the old world. There has to be something special about this land, this earth here, that allows this sort of technique to be so used and be so easily available.
oh, this could be a nature thing for you, Orba, to get. I'm not so. Well, I didn't have read so much books about nature, especially not about this one. But
Well, I would have to have a closer look at the mud, I guess. I didn't think of that before.
the Titan's blood. Really cool name. Okay, wanna try one round? I have my
I
brewery stuff here. I think we could try to distill one 1 gallon or so. What is a gallon? A gallon is a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where I come from, we do liters.
Half pints.
Yeah. Well, we just do 1 unit. Let's see. Okay. And we are
Should I
sure this
do-
Titan blood is a mud just from these earths, from the earth.
I mean, so it seems.
Okay, then let's try it.
Should I do an alchemist check?
Yeah, alright, to do an alchemist check, as you have to first gather a bit of the blood, but essentially the ratio also is 1-to-1. So it's actually quite easy to gather. Just well, yeah. I mean, it would be closer to 2-to-1, but yeah. So if you have a little vial of blood, it actually does not require that much mud to get it
Mhm.
to properly infuse it with this sort of distillment process.
Okay, I offer my
Okay.
blood. I will give me a needle and something and squeeze some blood out of me. Ow! Oh, I hate pain.
I could have given you something against that.
Oh,
You hear a slight giggle from somewhere in the room after your ow.
asshole. Oh, yeah, well. No, I cut myself. But next time I will definitely take something against the pain. The minor pain I have right now. Oh.
It really it really isn't that painful, and I mean there are ways to draw blood that are not really that painful, but the way that you, Klaatu, you're not as experienced with that as perhaps Oraba is. With the 23 in alchemist supplies, it's easy for you to gather the blood. To gather the blood and to gather the little uh, mud that is required in this case. And with, I mean, I'm guessing you wouldn't take a whole liter of blood out of you,
Of course not, just a
But-
little bit. I have
but you
proficiency in medicine, I'm not stupid.
okay. All right. As you are able to take like a small vial of your own blood, Oraba is able to put it in this process with the mud, circling it around, and there is a moment where the blood mixed with the mud of this place, instead of becoming it the dark red of the blood mixed with the brown of the earth actually for a moment become this bright, almost crystalline red, this really vivid red that then, as it cools down, subsides and returns to the normal color of blood. But for a moment it is actually quite shiny, and you understand, Oraba, that must be the sort of the tipping point, the transformation point of the alchemist.
Very interesting.
That looked like it worked.
I really
Okay.
wonder what this mud has in it that enables this transformation.
Yeah, look at it at some point. Perhaps you can also distill it and get to the ground of it. Why this earth is so much different than that from Vanuta. So after a while we have this distilled blood, right?
Yes, you have the distilled blood. It
Mhm.
is just up to you what exactly you would want to do with that.
I would try to cast telepathic bond into it, or let my magic flow into it,
Okay.
and try if I can combine the blood with the bond. I guess I have to cast it, or can I even ritual cast it into it, or
Make a whole process out of it, guy. Come on.
You would need. It is possible. You would need to delay the casting time by 10 times the normal casting speed. So, in order to infuse the magic into the blood. So, in this case, you could ritual cast it, but it would take 10 times the ritual casting time.
Yeah.
So it would go from, I think, 10 minutes to 100 minutes.
Yeah. Well, I will do that. I have
Still have
time.
time?
So I have what?
Do we still have the time? Yeah.
Well, I guess so.
I mean, yeah,
We have nothing really urgent, right?
that's
Okay.
true.
Okay, so you just stay. What is 100 minutes? That is almost 2 hours?
Yeah.
Just casting and chanting, and it is a bit of a tiresome experience, but make an Arcana check as you are close to being done.
Ooh,
25.
nice.
Very good rolls today.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so with Mrs. right. I mean, 90 minutes is close to an hour and a half, so 100 would be an hour, like 1.6, 1.7 hours. Yeah.
1 hour and
So-
40 minutes.
Yes. I slept really badly yesterday, so my brain is a bit slow.
Don't worry
Okay.
about it.
But,
All right. Continuing on then. There is a point, again, just as the blood has this tipping point, this alchemical tipping point, when it is being boiled, when it is being distilled, there is this tipping point as well when the spell is being cast into it. The blood, for a moment, turns into this bright blue color that then lowers itself into purplish and then the red to become indistinguishable from normal blood.
So, let's see. This would be 1 unit. Can I just try it? Oh, well, come here. Let's drink of it. Let's try it.
okay, you first.
Yep. I drink the first half.
Oh, no.
Well, how much do I need? I guess that's 1 unit. Like,
Well, you don't know how much you need,
well,
but you have drawn 2 vials of your own blood with this distillment process with the mud that ends up making around 3-4 vials.
Mhm.
So in this way, you drink it. It doesn't taste bad. As usually blood tastes, it tastes like it has iron, and the mud of it does kind of. It doesn't taste that well, but you are able to drink it. In this specific case, because of the connection of the blood, what would happen in this case? Let me see.
How are you feeling?
All right, you
see
drink it.
how it kicks in.
You don't have any immediate effects.
Yeah, I don't feel anything. How about you drink it too, and then we see if we can communicate.
I don't know if this is a good idea.
All right. Do you want to make an Arcana check or Nature?
Yeah, let me do an Arcana check.
Oh, so good, guys.
Nice.
Like everything's 20 or above.
Right, okay. Oraba, just as he drinks it, you think that the blood, now that it has been infused with magic, it will need some way of reaching the other person's blood directly. So, ingesting it does not seem like the proper way to activate the effects of the magic. It
Oops.
would need to be stabbed, injected into the blood. It could be, and it could be that specific effects could actually have special effects upon being ingested, but it would affect mostly the stomach, and it's such a spell like telepathic bond, you're not really convinced that it would actually do anything.
Oops, I'm so stupid.
I have to say I respect your scientific method, though, Klaatu.
Oh, yeah, thanks. I'm not really a scientist, more like a reader, but thanks.
Well, aren't we all scientists in some kind of way?
Well, I think yes, but some more than others.
Well, I'm pretty sure we need to apply this in another way.
Oh, really? Like,
Mm.
oh, you mean like the other stuff, like stabbing?
Yeah, Jess, didn't you have the dagger that can administer blood?
I'm almost after 2 hours finished cleaning the stuff and turn to you and say, I gave one to Klaatu, yeah. Here he has one.
Well, sometimes you are just blind, right? Here, take it. Let's see. Let's stab each other.
Okay, but I'm pretty convinced that this will work now, right? Like,
The way this works is if it's empty, it's going to pull blood. If it's loaded, it's going to inject blood. So pull it
Then
first. Don't just stab.
let's fill it.
all right, put a violin.
Yeah, and then twist the hilt.
I don't think it has to go that deep.
I don't think so too.
Just the tip's enough.
You can make a medicine check to know if it's enough to just go for the tip, or if you need something deeper.
Medicine.
I can help with that.
Ah,
Oh, that's good.
24.
Oh my god, you guys are all rolls. Okay, 24 in medicine. It is faster. The effect is faster if it reaches an artery.
Hmm.
But obviously, stabbing into an artery is risky. You can also do it with a vein. Or you can just straight up stab him without really looking.
I think we can finally do the dagger of healing.
Oh yeah.
Dagger of regeneration. Okay, I think just stab it like a little bit deeper than just the tip.
Okay. Here we go. Try 2. And I stab me a little bit. And then I give the dagger to Oroba.
Okay. Alright.
I just wait.
The effects are immediate in this case, Klaatu. It seems as if for a moment your mind actually turns inward, almost as if the casting of the magic into this blood and having injected it then has made it stronger. And this telepathic bond, without something to bond with, you go into your own mind and find that there lies not only your weirdly Kapinchu mushroom, but 4 or perhaps 5 of other different minds that you recognize as yourself.
Oh.
There is your arcane, more scientific sense self. There is your more flirtatious or almost slutty self. And there is like basically it's like your mind has been divided into different emotions, like the almost like the Inside Out movie, you know. And you see it, and you see all of those standing there and speaking with each other in a language that it takes you a bit for you to understand, as almost like the language of your own heart, your own core.
Oh, this.
To the outside, Klaatu just goes kind of catatonic. And he falls onto the ground, limping immediately, and he seems to be mumbling something as he attempts to communicate with something that Orba, at least, you don't really see that he's there. That is there. You
I
do
catch
get
that?
the impression, Orba, that you can also do this sort of procedure to yourself to perhaps try to connect with him, but he is doing something on his own at this point.
So I think that if I would connect to him in quotations, then he would feel better. Or if someone would connect to him.
Make an Arcana check, or maybe Insight. In this case, might be more Wisdom. All right.
Crazy. What's up?
Okay. with a 21, yeah, I mean it might help, but it depends on your control over your own mind. If you would be able to control your own emotions from pouring into him. At the same time, he would have to control his emotions from pouring into you. So it would be a strange type of mind meld that
I don't
if you
think
were
this
to
is
choose
a
to
good
do this.
Come on, Araba.
Do you trust Klaatu to be able to contain his emotions?
No, I don't.
What? I'm totally in control of all my emotions, always.
Could
Hello,
I?
me.
Isn't that how the Avatar people have sex? Mind link.
Yeah.
And the fourth Avatar movie was confirmed now.
Nice.
It's pretty good.
Wait
Ah.
for a second.
There we go. Sorry, just needed to kill a mosquito.
Is there a way for me to think about or maybe find out how long he will stay like this if I don't do anything? Except
All right.
stabilize him.
Okay.
I would stabilize him as well, I guess.
Okay. You can make a medicine check in this case.
All right.
Okay. All right. He doesn't seem to be in any trouble. The magical effect will just have to run its course. The regular spell would last for, let me see.
An hour.
The regular spell will last for an hour. This one seems to be stronger, so he might be out for perhaps 4 hours. But it also depends on his control over his own emotions, his own self. If he organizes his mind and gets it to not be as dissonant as it is, then he might end up being able to wake up earlier.
If he's not in any immediate danger right now, I think we just should let it sit out.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be in any danger.
Thanks. Thanks, teammates.
All right, so you are in this weird mind sense, Klaatu. And what do you want to do? What do you want? Which part of your mind do you want to communicate with?
First of all, I say hello to all my facets. Hello, me! What is going on here? Oh, I see lust. Hello, lust.
Lust is quite prominent, and immediately kind of like you see that kind of throws himself at you.
Yeah.
And says something like, "Why, hello. We can have so much fun."
Oh, yes. But not now. I have other things to do, and you had your fun for like 10 years. Now I have to see my curiosity. And perhaps, oh no, laziness? No, you stay there in your corner. Yes, chilling and vibing. Nice. Curiosity, where are you?
Make a wisdom check to see if you can reach your curiosity.
God.
Okay.
It's far gone.
Your laziness and your lust just hover over you, and you feel. Oh, did we lose someone?
Yeah, Justin.
Oh, we lost David. Okay. All right. So your lust and your laziness hover over each other, and hover over you with actually really strong power, and you feel that you just want to lay back and
Oh, yeah.
enjoy these like sort of this very nice smell of this sort of, in a way, it's a strangely familiar smell of something that is quite good, or perhaps someone that's quite good, but your laziness is just sort of there, and it says, don't think about it, just enjoy the smell of this.
Oh, yeah. Laziness, you're right all the time. Oh, let's just vibe here. Oh, for myself, in myself. Oh, that's so nice. Where the best
Yeah.
spot to rest? Laziness, please show me.
You're what did you say? Sorry.
Just talking to laziness, where
Okay.
the best spot to chill is.
Okay. Laziness knows it, and in a way you immediately know it as well. It's an obvious spot in the corner of your mind, and it is your safe space.
Hello, safe space. Oh, nice. Nice to chill here more than a few seconds. Actually, oh, I feel so good here. Oh, it's warm. Oh, I feel like a baby. Mm. So, laziness, what are you up to? I guess nothing.
You feel like laziness is just there holding this strange looking pipe, or perhaps like a hookah of some kind. It's just taking it in and allowing yourself to just be there.
Oh, that's so nice. It's like vacation. I love it. I didn't expect that. Where's Oriba? Well, I don't care.
It doesn't
Let's
seem
chill.
to it doesn't really seem to matter that much of where Oraba is, what anyone is up to. You just feel like laying there and just staying, and like there's no time at all that is passing.
I love that feeling. That's best.
Okay. Make a wisdom check.
Wisdom check.
Yeah.
Beep. Oh, very high.
Nothing is attacking you. Everything seems to be fine, and you just sort of want to stay here. You get this temptation that you want to stay here forever, but perhaps that's too much.
Yeah,
But
a little bit.
maybe like 5 more minutes.
Yeah, that's good. It's right. Yes.
Alright. Outside of the body, Orapa, you feel like it has been like 12 hours that have passed, and
Oh my
Klaatu still
God.
hasn't woken up.
What? I would have been worried already if you didn't
All right.
wake up after 5.
He didn't wake up after 5, and he doesn't seem to want to wake up. He has this blissful smile on his face, as if he's just enjoying the world.
Of course, he
Almost
doesn't
as if
want to
he's
come out
experiencing
alone.
this beautiful, just this beautiful inner peace, like a great deep sleep.
Guys, I think we have to go get him. Or at least some of us.
Sorry, what happened? Who's gone?
Latu, he's trapped in his own mind, I think.
Oh, yeah. I guess I owe him one. Uh,
But are you sure you want to? I don't know if you should go in there, Jess.
why not?
Because it's a pretty deep connection, you know?
So when you said anyone should join him, you actually meant.
Me and Mist.
Oh, yeah. All right. I'll just then watch over you.
I think someone has to stay awake anyway.
Yeah. Should I step you then?
All right.
Wait, why am I going?
Because I need a reasonable guy to get him back.
Great. Okay.
It will be hard for me to convince him, and I think you can help.
So I draw the blood from the vial while Oroba talks to Mist, and then I turn to Mist and I step you.
Okay, all right. Without any warning, you just stab him.
Yeah. Right shoulder. And I
Okay.
go too deep.
I'll just kind of grab at the wound and say, ouch, and say, I think you enjoyed that just a little too much.
I shrug my shoulders as I turn around to draw blood from the vial again.
Right as you are about to say too much, you just also fall into this stupefied sensation, this almost deep sleep, but turning yourself inward, and you have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Okay. All right. Wow.
Wow.
Okay. You feel Klaatu's emotions immediately wanting to pour into you, at the same time that you feel your own emotions wanting to split together, your past traumas, your rage splitting with your empathy and your connection to Melora, your religious side as well. But you are able to hold yourself together, not only together with yourself, but also against Klaatu's overwhelming sense of laziness and a touch of lust that is much more aggressive than you would actually like, or perhaps like it to be, and you step into Klaatu's mind. You see that he is just laying down, caressed by an exact copy of himself that looks at you with a hostile but empty face, almost as if the features of it have been ripped or sucked out. Laziness does not even bother to define its own face.
Oh yeah.
Oraba, do you also enter?
Yes,
Or do you
we
just...
go.
Okay, alright.
We go
Oraba,
Inception
you also
mode.
have to make a
Yeah.
wisdom saving throw.
Don't worry about it. I count down from 5, 4, and attack.
No, I want you to sit down at least. I just lay down comfortably after he stabbed me. Like,
As you go down to lie comfortably, a dagger hits you in your right ass cheek.
Okay, just as you jerk out, just as you jerk up to kind of scold Justin, the effect takes place, and you just also fall onto the ground. You get the impression, Justin, that this is a pretty effective, like, stupefying weapon, even without the magical effect.
Oh.
Just puts people to sleep.
Uh,
You get the feeling that maybe it can put you to sleep. You haven't
I'll
slept in
try.
a long time.
I tried to take the
No.
open vial from Oribus' hand as he falls down as well. We forgot about that.
Okay, all right. Make a sleight of hand check.
14.
14. It touches the ground. Um, the vial doesn't shatter, but it does break. It doesn't. What I mean is, it doesn't break to the point of it actually leaking. It just
Cracking.
has this. Exactly, it cracks.
Yeah, then I refill it into one of my own vials.
Okay, all right. But the thought of perhaps you being able to sleep is definitely there. You haven't rested in a really long time.
When I'm looking at the three of them and I'm thinking about Oribus' words, and I'm very close to just injecting myself with it. But then I look around and remember that we're in the library and weird religious crazed mushrooms could barge in, and there's also our vampire companions who haven't drawn blood. So I rather turn towards the vampire companions and be a lookout, even though it
Okay.
is tempting.
All right. The vampires don't seem to be bothered. They don't even seem to like. It doesn't even seem like this is the first time that they have actually seen this. Like they're treating this with in a so nonchalantly way that you get this impression that they must have experienced this in the past. But Oraba, you enter as well, and you find this figure of mist that shines this incredibly powerful aura of selfness, aura of oneness. In the middle of all of this division, he is the only one that is one. Because you find that you yourself have also kind of partially split. There is primarily your curious side that is going basically to your side. And then there is also the more stoic side of you that seems to just stand there and humph at everything. But at the same time, as you enter this mind, the feeling of overwhelming laziness and this musk smell of some man is just kind of disgusting you.
Oh, Misty really held it together. That's astounding.
You feel like you want to be the one saying this, but it is more your curious side that ends up actually voicing this out. And you feel like your voice is at the same time not your voice. It is a very strange experience. Because because of the telepathic bonds, there is no voice at all being uttered, but you can all hear it, and you hear yourself doubled, as if you think of it twice, replicated by your curious side in this case.
So, do I hear the thoughts of them too?
You do, yes, but it doesn't seem to bother you.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't even seem to be relevant to you.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's happening, but you're enjoying this moment so much.
Oh, yeah. So I just lay there next to laziness. But I'm
Laziness is
grinning.
just gently caressing your hair, with a hand that doesn't exist and with movements that cannot also be there. Because laziness would never move.
No, it wouldn't. I think happiness is joining us a little bit. Like, just happy vibing.
I will move over to where Klaatu is laying down and pull him to his feet and basically slap him.
Whoa!
Suddenly the whole place kind of turns hostile towards you. You have bothered the peace, you have bothered this. Not only have you woken him up and pried him, but Klaatu, you feel like your aggressive side just almost like a jealous rage lashes out towards Mist.
Klaatu, snap out of it.
Oh, what? Oh,
Do you know who you are?
I don't like that. Please, let me lay.
Now, I'll shake him a little and try to get him to look me in the eye. Klaatu, look at me.
Yeah. I open one eye, barely.
To make a perception check.
Mm-hmm. Well, I can barely open.
With a 7, you can perceive Mist. He comes off to you like this aggressive ray of sunlight whilst you have a deep hangover. But in the distance, kind of behind him, there seems to be a man, an elf perhaps? A different creature that is here, not in your mind, but perhaps a projection of your mind. A projection of your lust, perhaps?
What is this? Frank? And I guess I stand up. And
Stand up. Make a strength saving throw.
-1. Oh!
Alright, you're able to stand even though laziness's tendrils wrap around you like dark. It's not even like dark shadows, but like a smooth blanket and pillow that just softly weighs really heavily on you. But
Yeah,
you're
you make
able
me
to push against this feeling and are able to stand on your own feet even though your legs keep wanting to give way. It looks so comfortable there where you were before.
Oh, that's me every morning.
Remember, Klaatu, you're more than that.
Oh.
You're also really horny sometimes.
I go past these two because they don't bother me really, and I want to see this elven figure I imagined.
Right. Okay. Miss, how do you react? Klaatu looks at you, but he seems fixated upon something else. You're not sure if his mind is lost somewhere else.
Thank you.
Oh, please, where are you? Can I see you?
Ooh, crap.
Frank?
Yeah, oh well.
You know the name, but at the same time don't know the name. It's a very strange experience to seek someone, and as you try to utter the word of the name, it comes out, but it is not exactly the words that you imagined. What comes out ends up being a perhaps a long forgotten nickname that you had for each other.
Something with A. Adler. Think. What was it?
Klaatu?
Its name. It was. And if I'm in my mind, I imagine myself like going up, drifting in nothing,
Mm-hmm.
and you see my face really crunched together as I really try to dig deep into my thoughts of my past time. And perhaps you see sometimes the environment shifting to Vanuta places, mostly bar places, and perhaps different faces vanishing and coming forward, and like patches of conversations. And at some point, I guess I see the elf man, perhaps.
All of these thoughts are connected and shared to each other, Mist, but it seems to you like he is losing himself deeper into his mind and not actually getting out of it.
Uh-oh.
What would you want to do? Mist and Oraba. Oraba, you get this feeling that opposes it. It's not a feeling of laziness, but a feeling of not really caring or not wanting to care. As part of your mind seems to kind of break in two, you get this urge to not care at all about this. Like your curiosity has been reduced to zero. And then you find that actually your curiosity is flirting with laziness, with Klaatu's laziness.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oraba, make a wisdom saving throw.
I also have this favored by the gods thing, but you have to tell me if I fail, I guess, so I can roll it.
Yeah. Okay, you would fail in this case.
Okay, then I use it.
+3. He is within 10 feet of me. Out in the real
Cool.
world.
Yes.
So
Alright. A 19
would-
would not fail.
okay, then I don't have to use the.
Okay. Alright, so with a 19, you are able to see it. Your curiosity is being almost tamed by Klaatu's overwhelming laziness. It
Yeah, I try
pushes
to.
on your mind, but you are able to approach it and kind of like beckon it back to you.
I will like bait him with the. We have to figure this out. How to get Klaatu back. That's pretty exciting stuff to figure out.
Can I have eagerness enter the place?
Your eagerness?
Yeah.
Okay. Eagerness to do what?
Right now, Klaatu feeling very eager to dig into his mind and find out the name of his lover. They don't know. And eagerness would try to help me with that and like push them away or even talk to them, if that is
Right
possible.
now, it's your eagerness is behind you, almost like an angel floating behind you, pushing you, urging you towards your own mind, and shielding you, like those those horses have
Yeah, I know.
those blinders basically. So it focuses your mind. You are so eager, but at the same time so desperate. You find now Mist and Oraba. As Oraba, you are able to tame part of your curiosity back into you, uniting yourself with that. You see that Klaatu has not only one, but two figures of Klaatu that drive him forward. It is something that looks like lust, but it is more of a sadness that starts to creep in as Klaatu seems to start sinking into the ground of this place. This is all naturally an empty place, but he starts sinking because of his own overwhelming sense of loss and longing. But his eagerness drives him forward, so it is as if he is walking into quicksand.
I will try to like get to him and like grab his arm and try to snap him out of it, basically, like tell him that it's too dangerous and he will lose himself if he goes any further.
Alright, Mist, what would you want to do in this situation?
Sorry, what
You
I
want
do
to-
in the situation?
Mist in this case, what would you
Yeah,
want
okay.
to well, Justin, you're outside of this, sorry.
Yeah, I was about to
Uh,
say like what?
Okay, so Mist, you see that Oraba is almost jumping towards to help Klaatu in this moment, and naturally you are there as well, but you can try to go and and help Klaatu, but there is something else that exists in Klaatu's mind, like it is almost like a bookshelf with all of the books deeply disorganized.
Can I
And
cast something as well? I don't know how it works in this world.
in this specific case, let me finish the description
Yeah.
to Mist, and then I'll jump to you. So Mist, you see that Klaatu's mind is heavily disorganized with books that are lost, that you could perhaps go there and shake this dust away. But then there is the person of Klaatu that is walking and perhaps losing himself. What would you want to do to look further into his mind and perhaps help his memories or help his sense of self? Knowing that Oroba is going towards the sense of self, Klaatu.
Um. Can I use... Damn it. What do I do? What do I do? I'll go ahead and I'll go to the bookcase and start trying to straighten it up and clean it up as best I can.
The
Hopefully,
bookcase
bring
has
Klaatu out of it.
the bookcase has all manners of assorted memories from Klaatu. Most of them exist in this foggy state, but there is one that grabs your attention. It seems to be of an encounter with Yuan Tis.
Oh, hello.
But you know that you have to be careful. You don't want to be lost in his memories.
He is pretty stable, though.
Mist is stable. That is true.
I will let my curiosity take the best of me and peek at the memory.
Yes.
You find that it is a memory of Klaatu being one amongst a group of perhaps 20 others. And in this, they are exchanging weapons and goods. But more important to you, weapons with the UNT.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
Okay. I will pull out of that and try to continue organizing.
Alright. Okay.
Nice.
I have
Oroba.
a question.
Yes.
Not even concerning the spell thing, but like I think Oroba would wonder how this space works basically, or like maybe there's a way to overpower Klaatu with my mind, you know?
Rue, alright, okay, alright. Make a
Like how is it made up, you know? How
make an
does it...
intelligence check.
Intelligence.
Oi.
Okay, alright. Oroba. Klaatu's mind exists so vulnerable in this state that should you actually choose to, you can effectively get him not only to believe anything that you would want, import any memory that you want, but feel anything that you would want. You could tame fully, if you would choose to, one or more of Klaatu's sense of self, perhaps even destroying it. His mind is to you like an like a body to a surgeon. You can cut, remove, perhaps even add whatever you would choose to. And spells can be cast in this place.
It's like freaky powerful stuff we could use.
Don't fuck me up.
Destroy his sense of lust.
Wow.
Oh, man. That would be that would be mean though.
For the good of the party.
Shush it, DM. Shush it.
Could I try to calm him down basically, like, or give him the illusion of calmness, or like, just not
You're the person that made everyone calm in the party.
just
That's
influence him into like calming down and being a little more rational.
How do you want to do this? Would you want to use a spell? There is a spell called Calm Emotions.
Yeah, but
But-
I don't have it.
How would you want to attempt to calm him? What emotion do you strike towards? Because right now, it is this longing, this loss, and eagerness. Almost like his whole sense of curiosity is
Can I
building
go-
up this person that is driving him.
Can I only like choose to basically remove them, or
No,
could I
no,
also
no.
try
I mean,
isolating him? Like try
yes,
to isolate
you can try
him
to.
from these.
You can try to isolate him because to remove it would be very drastic.
Yeah.
I mean, he might not feel like that ever again. If it is done well enough, let's say. And you get it immediately, like your sense of curiosity for a second gets the better of you, and you get like some pretty solid plans of how exactly this could be done. But they are for future reference. And it is so Klaatu is being driven by these two core emotions. Mist is helping sort Klaatu's memories, reminding him even of plenty of things that he himself has forgotten from his time of being dead. How do you want to calm Orabat? How do you want to calm Klaatu?
Like, if I could, I would basically just teleport his mind to a really calm place. But not even like lazy calm, but just like it has a calm aura,
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Alright. You can try to put your own memory of a calm place. So that you could share with him, basically. What memory would Orba have of a calm place that he could have experienced? A moment of deep calm in Orba that could help Klaatu in this moment.
Oh, I know one. But
you know one?
Yeah,
Why
of
how
course,
do you
man.
know one?
the chillest place we've ever been as a party.
The
But it doesn't need to be something that the party has experienced. It could be something from your background as well, Orba. An encounter with, I don't know, it could be you going around in the field. It could be you with, I don't know, child or something like that.
yeah, I
A
think it
moment
would
of
be
calm.
like an old laboratory that is like in the middle of nowhere, basically.
Okay, describe this laboratory.
It's very
What
close.
makes this feeling of calm and not a feeling more of curiosity in this place?
Hmm. But if you ask me like that, do I have to like, okay, it is calm because I finished my work. Like
Mhm.
everything is done and I just sit down in my big armchair and basically the day is over.
Okay. The moment is as you choose to share it. So it can be something as simple as this contentment of having done a good day's work and being done with it so far. Is
Yeah.
that something that you would want to share?
Yeah.
All right. Make an intelligence check to see how effectively you share this memory. All right. The memory is not so effective at Klaatu as you are being driven forward, completely unaware of your own sinking into yourself. This freezing chill that rises up to your veins, but again you get this feeling that you do not care. He is close. You feel like he is getting closer. You could almost reach out your hand and grasp it. There is this faint feeling, this memory that's perhaps not even yours. It comes out of suddenly to distract you. In a momentary haze, you get this memory of being in a laboratory after having a day's work of just being calm there. This sense of contentment and accomplishment fills you, but then quickly dissipates. Unless you want to indulge in it.
As you described it, I felt it, and I feel tend to these kind of feelings, although I don't. That wouldn't be the common situation for Klaatu. So
The feeling that the thing is, the feeling of this is as Oraba experienced it, not how Klaatu would experience it in that position.
okay,
So with
I-
this, make a wisdom saving throw.
God, no.
Okay,
It's a
your
failure.
mind drives you ever forward
Yeah.
to, in this case, take a leap and dive into these frigid waters where suddenly this person has sunk himself into. No feeling of calm, no old laboratory can help. Oraba, you see that Klaatu is undeterred. Not only is he undeterred, but he seems to be more eager even. His sense of self shriveling as his sense of longing increase and almost bloat up before you.
Can I try to basically detain the longing?
Ow!
Instead of getting the real Klaatu away, I just capture the longing, like put it in a cell or something for time being.
Okay, alright. This
Isolate it
place-
from his mind and
Well,
This
Ours.
ours.
place exists. In a way, this place exists in the rules of your own mind. So, the tools that are available to you are whatever tools you would want to be suddenly available to you. If you choose to, you can conjure a bomb in this place. How would you approach the sense of longing? The sense of longing turns to you to battle you out, and as it stares at you, it forces you to make a wisdom saving throw, as you yourself get this sudden shot of longing.
I mean, I would cast it maybe for this one or for the next one, where I would bless us all,
Okay,
or us
alright.
three.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
I do the wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah. Is it? Oh, okay. It's
All right.
the first one.
Alright, the first one then. The 19 plus 2. Again, above 20. Alright. Justin, to switch to you. You are outside, and you see that Klaatu's breathing pattern is slowing down.
Wait a moment, guys. I turn away from the vampires. And I go over to Klaatu. His breathing pattern changed. Does it seem erratical and worse or better?
It slows. It's
It
more like
slows.
his breathing
Oops, sorry,
is
guys.
being consistently slower, like he is just fading away.
Hmm. I wouldn't know that they would be linked up into different personas of themselves. I don't know what's going on inside, so
No, you don't know. This is what you know. You know that his breathing pattern is slowed, that Mist and Orba seem to be fine.
that idiot. Yeah. So I'll, for the moment, I'll just stay close and keep observing if it gets any slower.
Alright, okay. Okay, make a medicine check.
Wasting my time. No, I don't bother.
Oh my
Alright.
god.
Okay. Because
For now, just
because of your
doesn't bother.
observant feat, you can't help but notice this. His breathing pattern.
Yeah.
But it is more of an annoyance to you because it is not as rhythmic as it usually is.
God damn it! Wasting my time and annoying me with that weird thing. All right, I'll just keep track of it, and if it gets any worse, I'll maybe bother to medicine him up or something.
Okay, all right. Oraba, you are shot with this feeling of longing, this missing, that strikes at you, of not only of the places of the old world, but people, regular researchers that simply have passed away because of your long age. There have plenty of people that have existed and that have died. People that you've seen grow up, some students perhaps even of yours, or maybe an old teacher. But your own mind refuses to join with Klaatu's. You know your purpose here. You have to tame his sense of longing. You have to tame his mind to this extent. Otherwise, and you see this, he keeps sinking deeper and deeper.
Just the name.
And I try to hold on to my memory of my finished work when I was satisfied and didn't long for anything.
Okay.
And I will try to, yeah, basically make a prison around the longing. Try to isolate it from Klaatu and from all of us, basically.
Mhm.
And I will also cast Enhance ability on me for the intelligent stuff.
Okay. All right.
Advantage on intelligence checks.
Okay. It fights back. It seems to strike back at you. In this case, the longing lashes out with this furious rage. It attacks you. You are able to dodge its first attack, but it does seem like a wild creature. A creature that is as if Klaatu's face has melted through his own excessive tears. It stares at you, a giant compared to you, seeking to stomp you out, but you are expertly able to dodge it. What would you want to do?
Get out. We need a name.
I will try to throw a frost bomb at it. Try to
All
freeze
right.
it.
Well, make an attack against it.
Why is it -1? Oh.
Minus
Because
one
you don't
damage.
want to hurt me.
+4. No,
Okay.
that's, I don't know.
All right. You throw a frost bomb. It misses. Or perhaps it seems to dodge it. Or if it hits, it seems unaffected by it. It throws out this bellowing breath that yearns, that says, "We need a name." Make a dexterity saving throw as you try to dodge out of the way of this frigid breath.
Oh,
Oh shit.
can I do something there?
It is technically +3. Not that that helps in that one, but
I mean, I could also do the 2d4 on it, but it's still a 1, right? Because
Okay, alright, so with this, you take and feel upon you this coldness that attacks you from all sides, and you, Justin, see and hear this shudder coming from Oraba.
Ah. Oh god, now he's weird too.
The creature still remains. Mist, you hear the signs of combat at least. You are close. There seems to be something here. Memory of someone important. Something that has been covered up. Something that has been perhaps forgotten. And but you know that it is important. It's close to its place. It's close to being unveiled. But but you don't but you don't know yet what it is. You can try to look at it. It definitely involves some strong arcana, something that happened, some experience that happened to Klaatu. But at the same time, you know that Oraba is in danger, and he is fighting something. Would you want to finish preparing or reading into this one thing, or would you jump to help Oraba?
I mean, we are connected as well, right?
You are indeed, yes. So perhaps you could actually be in those two places at once, Mist. But only if your mind can handle such a thing.
I'm gonna take the chance and try to be in both places at once.
All right, make a wisdom. Make a wisdom check.
Yeah.
Straight wisdom.
Yeah, street wisdom.
Cross your fingers, guys.
Yes. Come on. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh my god.
There he goes.
Impossible!
It took some time for
Okay.
me to
Magic,
come
man,
up,
magic.
and then
Holy fuck.
Wisdom is my friend.
Yes!
No other way to say it.
You find the memory of Klaatu's transformation into a skeleton. His essence being for a moment totally destroyed as he is attacked by a UNT. The name of this creature is
Figures.
unknown,
Figures.
but it is
had
a
to be
UNT. It is a UNT that not only destroys Klaatu, but then reassembles him into a skeleton.
Oi.
Someone with very powerful necromantic abilities.
I'm assuming I don't recognize this.
Make a history check.
Okay, this is where my rolls are gonna fail me, guys.
Let's see.
can I help him?
In this
Mm.
case,
Damn,
yes.
maybe not.
A hat trick!
trick!
This just had a
He had a
net
hat
20
trick.
hat trick.
You guys realize I've rolled 3 nat 20s in a row?
Yes!
Mm-hmm,
Now?
man.
Yes! What are the odds?
That is
What
insane.
are the odds?
Holy shit!
Nice, we have it on tape.
This
Yes.
1 in
creature,
8,000.
Wow.
this creature, Mist, is called Tahsa. I'll write it down.
Thanks.
Please. Okay.
It is a criminal heavily wanted by the rest of the Yuan-Ti Empire. A creature that has attempted to ascend into the place of the gods, but has failed or has been kicked out. What had happened to it was fairly unknown, but you know that this is a prime target. Something that, should you capture this person, this creature, the Yuan-Tis might even offer you a pardon.
Okay.
What if we throw that thing at Klaatu? That memory now?
But with this Mist, you are able to exist in both this place, reading this memory, seeing this happen as not only this happens, but this Tasa actually drains Klaatu of some of his own power. But more importantly, marks Klaatu as the Yuan-Ti carves a symbol into one of his leg bones, into one of his femurs.
Oh no.
The symbol might still be there.
Oh no.
Oh, really?
Well, bye-bye, leg.
No!
Do I recognize
Nothing
the
indicates
symbol?
that nothing indicates that it hasn't. But with your history check, because of your natural 20, yes, you do. It is a mark of a specific curse. A curse of domination.
Oh.
It is rare, and even by the Yuan-Tis has been forbidden. But it allows that creature to be possessed, dominated by the other. Should the other activate the other side of it?
Oh man. I'm a time bomb.
Okay.
But you find yourself not splitting, but in a strange way, it is not as if you have split into two, but the two places become existent in one. Almost as if you have, instead of walking there, grabbed the essence of the mind of Klaatu and joined it in this single location. Klaatu, you get this instant flood of memories, and even this memory that attacks you. You don't know this creature, but through Mist's memory, you are able to remember it. Remember this creature. And in this moment, your sense of longing falters for a moment. But, Mist, at the same time that you exist in the other place, because of your previous natural 20 in wisdom, what would you want to do to Klaatu's longing or Klaatu himself to bring him out of this situation?
Gonna step forward. Just palm Longing's face and cast banishment.
Right? The banishment works. Longing is gone. And suddenly, Klaatu, you feel as if your curiosity drives you to know it, but the sadness is gone. But not only is the sadness gone, it is as if this whole crushing colossus has been lifted from your back, from your mind. You don't miss anyone, anything anymore. You are free from it.
Hmm.
In this moment, the name of this elf appears to you, or rather, jumps at your mind. And at the same time, it is shared to Mist and Orba. And what is the name of this elf?
Aileron. Aileron of Windsheim.
Okay, can you write down the...
Mm-hmm.
Okay, alright, you wrote it, okay. Aileron of Windsheim. And as you look at it, your curiosity is fulfilled. Your eagerness is gone. Your lust still exists. This creature definitely is attractive. But your longing is empty. You feel as if this disappointment as you have satisfied a curiosity. And as you rise up from this frigid lake of your own emotions, you find suddenly a completely barren and empty feeling.
And I slap him.
Oh!
Snap out of it, Klaatu.
Oh!
I think it's time to go home. And I literally do that. I just think it.
Yeah.
Alright, Orba, do you want to make an intelligence check to see if you are able to just go home?
Yes.
You do have enhanceability, but Klaatu, what is your response to this?
No. I'm a little bit
Well,
tired.
I pretty much stand there silently, just grasping what I got there, the whole informations, my memory sorting. It's pretty overwhelming for me. But also, I feel some sadness that the longing is gone. But also, it feels good to not have that and this burden anymore. So that's very complicated and mixed feelings are there. Perhaps the place is pretty crowded right now, with different
Indeed.
emotions.
There's a lot of emotions at this place, but there is one obvious emotion that is lacking. You
Yeah.
cannot miss longing. You cannot long for longing. So it is you are aware of that something is wrong inside of your mind, and that Mist or Orba must have done something.
Now suspicion comes here, with barely open eyes and looking at them both suspiciously.
I will say to him that he will be back. The banishment isn't forever, right?
Correct. He'll be back in about a minute, but we need to wake him up in the meantime.
Okay.
And I threaten to slap, I threaten to slap Klaatu again. Snap out of it, Klaatu. Wake up. We need
Alright,
you
Yeah.
back.
make a wisdom saving throw with advantage because of Mist slap.
Pew.
Alright, with a 21, you start hearing this humming of Justin, and you're bringing awareness of the outside world is sort of coming through as your mind starts again merging into oneness, returning to yourself. Your suspicious eyes, like a Klaatu with infinite eyes that stare intensely at Mist and Orba, also seem to calm down. And even the memory that Orba has shared with you seems to help as you are returned to yourself. You can now choose to wake up.
yeah, I would do so, but without any saying.
Okay, and is Orba still in here?
Oraba is there if he wants to be.
Yeah, I just choose to go, I guess, as well, or just wake up there.
Mist?
Yeah, once I know that Klaatu and Orba are both out of here, I will wake up as well. But just as I'm leaving, I'll release concentration on the banishment spell.
Alright. Just as you are about to leave. Okay, so Klaatu, you wake up. Again, this feeling of sort of strange inner peace at the same time that there is a core, like a piece of your heart is missing, is still there for perhaps a few seconds before Mist also wakes up and this intense feeling of longing, like all of the memories with Alaron suddenly get filled with color, with light, but also the deep, cold feeling of him not being here is there.
Yes.
And you are flooded with emotion.
Yeah, totally. You see Klaatu like running tears from his eye. He's standing up. He has a very serious face. Yeah, and he looks at you, but not really. More past you. Says, "I need some time alone," and I cast teleport on myself.
Alright, where are you going?
I want to go to my old hut, which is destroyed and burned down. I guess it's pretty familiar.
Yeah, it's very familiar. Just roll a d100.
Mm-hmm.
Can
Yeah,
I
the
grab
one
his
can be
hand?
there.
Yeah, alright. Okay. You teleport away. And you return to your your hut that has just been destroyed and overwhelmed with Aarakocra's bird poop, basically.
And there I will cry and scream a lot. And I will use this whole day to comfort myself as good as I can. I will reassemble all the memories. I will realize that I'm an experiment and nothing else than a skeleton I raised, basically, but a better version. But also, I'm a human, that's weird. And also, I gather the information that I'm pretty effectively a time bomb and can go anytime. And as the powerful I get, the more a danger I am to others, and that struggles me a lot. And then I have the feelings of Valoron and the deep satisfaction for now knowing the name and having the means of really contacting him with sending and a clear figure before my eyes, but then also this longing that I have so much to do and I don't feel like I can meet him at the state as I am, because I'm not really Morty. I'm Klaatu, an experiment of a creature of a UNT. Was it a UNT or was it another creature?
It was a UNT.
Yeah, from a UNT. And I can't come back to him as long as I erase that symbol, at least. And then figure out what I am.
You know the symbol, but also because of Mist's organizing of your memories, you remember also the entirety of your expedition back here to the new world, all that you've experienced, all of like the past of these vampires that you have seen as they have basically entered into contact with the Yuan-Tis and traded with them, even sold them some weapons, some arms for food, and then some betrayals of not only of other Yuan-Tis but of crocodilians. All of these experiences are just present in your mind, and you are familiar with all of this, all of these thoughts, and naturally a feeling of perhaps inner peace at the lack of confusion. For the first time in a very long time, you are not confused
Yeah.
over who you are or what has happened to you.
Yeah, it's a really strange feeling.
Add a character? You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks, guys. That's a big step for my character, actually.
Justin looks at Orba and missed. So it didn't go as planned.
Not exactly.
When do I ever have a plan?
Are you not telepathically linked now? Was that not the goal of it?
Are we linked in any
Telepathically
way
linked?
anymore?
You are still linked, actually, telepathically. But Klaatu is doing an effort to be alone. So if you would want to breach the privacy and peer into his thoughts, you could. But he has
I
made it
think
clear that he wouldn't want you to do that.
we should leave him alone for a little bit.
I'm pretty sure that Link is still there. Just
Oh,
he's
so I step myself now, and I take the dagger.
Yeah, alright.
No.
Was zur Hölle?
No, I
Don't
didn't
do
step
it.
myself yet. I just take the dagger.
It's
Hold
much
on,
too
hold on.
dangerous, Jazz. It's much too
Oh.
dangerous.
hold on, Justin.
So it did it work or did it not work? You're really confusing me.
It didn't work really.
Conditionally.
What way? Like, there's a
It-
lot of potential, but we should be really careful.
yeah, it was very very messy.
Oh, did all of his naughty thoughts slip into yours? And now he's embarrassed.
He almost got sucked down by them.
Yeah, he
I
almost got
think we
lost
would
in his
lose
own
it.
mind.
And he
But-
attacked ours. Of course he did. I knew it.
Oh, terrible judge of character.
It's very potent stuff. I think you can change minds with it if you want to.
Don't
If you
tell him
capture
that.
someone, I mean, maybe we can use it for something good. We also found out Klaatu was made by a Yuan-Ti.
Oh shit! Oh, maybe that's why he left, guys. Why don't you start with that? Maybe you should start with those things next time. Someone asks, "What's up? Did it work? Did it not?"
I
He
mean,
was
it was all
created-
really confusing and hectic, you know.
Oh, was he created as a skeleton? Or like as a baby?
Yes, his
Skeleton.
transformation.
His transformation into a skeleton. Yeah.
Oh, that poor fella.
Another thing that I'm not sure he's gonna be very happy with me for telling you this, but he had a special glyph carved into his hip bone or his leg bone.
It's a curse.
Yeah, a curse that allows this Yuan-Ti to take control of him at or whenever they want. So there might be times that Klaatu is not Klaatu.
Must be the times where he's working or battling. Or even walking. Even maybe his waking self is the Yuan-Ti.
Sure feeds on him.
I'm not sure we've ever seen this other the Yonti take over yet?
Well, shit, it's on the hip bone, so we need to operate to get to it, because now he's not a skeleton anymore.
Yeah, we need to do something because unfortunately
Well, I'm always happy to cut into someone's flesh, you know, but you need to just convince him.
yeah, we need to do something. I'm not quite sure what, but we'll
I think he
figure
wants to
something out.
lose it as well, though. It's pretty spooky.
Well,
Well, once he returns, we can discuss options. I don't want to have this discussion without his input. But
can you dispel magic?
I have that ability. Yes,
So maybe that's an option.
that
If
could
you,
be
because
an
you
option.
know the location of it and it needs to be touched, and maybe it's transferred through the flesh.
That could be an option. But again, let's table this discussion until Klaatu returns. I just wanted to make sure you guys knew about it ahead of time, just in case it rears its ugly head between now and whenever. Out of character, of course, now that Mateus has that option, I'm sure it won't be long.
Hey, I haven't used it so far.
Mhm.
You guys don't know how long I've planned this.
Yeah. I know all about plans. DM plans.
Yeah, me too.
You're still in the mushroom people. You're just peaceful mushroom people that you have turned into potential crusaders.
Genetics.
That's the craziest thing.
Maybe we should do something about that as well.
Well, it will work for our purposes.
Unforeseen consequences.
Yeah.
I suggest for now we need to wait for Klaatu anyways.
Yeah. And if I remember right, he can only use that spell once a day, so it's going to be tomorrow before he returns.
You're still connected, so you can still choose to communicate with him.
I'm choosing not to, because
Yeah.
he said he wanted his privacy, so I'm
It
trying
will
to
be
respect that.
fine. We can feel it. We can still feel it a little bit.
I mean, that
Connected for
really
life.
good feeling then. And you feel deep sadness and a bunch of other emotions.
How did he die?
This Yonti, was it Tassa?
Yes.
Killed him. And destroyed him, and then rebuilt him.
This Yuanji? Do you know her? Him? Him, her?
He seems to be a pretty bad criminal, wanted.
I know of him. I personally never met him.
See, now that your mind's linked up, Oroba knew too. And you said he was a criminal.
He did recall a lot. I think he's one of the most wanted Yuanti in their kingdom.
Yes, he is wanted by the Yonti, and if by chance I were to turn him in, probably be able to get a pardon, but I don't really care about that.
Oh, interesting.
I mean,
Well,
the thing
one of
is,
us could get in.
this pardon could actually be used. It's a really significant thing because
One of us could get in.
yes,
That is
the
a pretty
knife.
big boon, guys.
With the
But it-
brainwash knife.
but it is possible also for like people that would get this is it would be an enormous gift to capture this and give him to the Yuan-Ti. Obviously the choice to give is yours, but the Yuan-Ti have been known to even grant lands and titles to creatures that have fulfilled some of their harshest bounties.
Well, we'll see when that time comes. I think Klaatu should have priority options over this Tasa.
Let's see how he feels when he comes back. Ooh. And any insights on yourselves?
Mist held it really good together, actually. That was really helpful. That I took him with me. He was like the polar opposite of Klaatu in ego resilience.
I owe it all to Melora. Without her, I would have none of my current discipline.
Ooh. I think you're powerful yourself. Melora's not doing much there.
It doesn't matter where it's coming from, it was really good.
Well, thank you, and I will thank Melora this evening.
If you do, maybe invite some mushrooms over.
Maybe. Maybe I'll thank her in the temple. Sit down to meditate and pray in the temple. See how that goes with the mushrooms around.
Yeah, don't get caught in the question trap.
Wait, what? The what trap?
The question trap.
What is that?
If you just go and answer questions, you're not going to leave there, you know that.
Oh, gotcha.
Set a
Yeah, I
firm
think
rule for yourself, like no questions answered, just prayers, or one question answers after the prayer. And then stick to it, man.
Gotcha. Okay, so what are we doing until Klaatu returns?
I'm pretty tired after this whole thing. I think I have to rest sometime at least.
I'm going to set up shop again.
Well, then I will return to the temple and start praying to Melora. Just kind of go into a meditation and just commune with her for as long as I can.
Okay. Because of your ranking amongst the religious people, they make a big fuss out of you going to the temple and praying there, and they will at first look and see how you pray in an attempt to find out how one should pray to Melora. How would you want to show to them? How does one pray to Melora?
I'm assuming they have an altar in here somewhere.
Yes, they have built one.
Shouldn't the temple be of your image because of your memories?
Probably.
The temple is very similar to how you would imagine it. It is not exactly the same because immediately there is a syncretism with their own fungoid nature. So instead of being as, usually temples would be kind of stark with right angles and such, because of the growth of fungoids, all of it is very. It feels as if the whole temple has kind of naturally grown itself into itself, and all of the statues sort of emerge from the ground.
Okay.
Sweet.
So first I would pull out my sword and kneel before the altar. I'll kind of put the point in the ground and kneel before the altar, like
A good boy does.
Yeah, kind of using the sword as a crucifix essentially.
Okay, yeah.
And after saying my first few prayers, I would settle down, sitting cross-legged with the sword across my lap, and just kind of sit there with my eyes closed, meditating, praying.
Okay.
Just kind of whispering to myself and whispering to Melora and such.
You teach them then with this to pray in silence and not really do a communal or community service. And they follow you in this way of trying to pray to Melora. But one of them interrupts you and says, Excuse me, Master Mist. We we have shared, because of what you have shared of Melora, we know what you say to her, but what do you feel and share with her? Does it matter what we say to her? And what prayers should we make?
Um. I will kind of open my eyes and kind of look at them, kind of turn my head and look at this fungoid. Um. Crap. I don't know. I'm not a religious person. Why the hell do I always play religious characters?
Healers, man. Healers.
Yeah.
Um.
I don't
I,
remember any religious NPC from any game. Copy it.
Praise the sun.
Praise the sun.
Praise the sun.
Touch incandescent light.
I
These mushrooms say, like, what do you do? Praise the sun. Okay. In the cavern.
Go for it. Casting daylight.
Slash die.
I tell her what's in my heart. I I I I tell her of my burdens, of my desires, of my hopes, of my dreams, and I ask for her guidance in attaining those that she sees fit to help me attain. And in the case of my fears, I ask her guidance in helping me to conquer them. And her guidance doesn't always come in the form of something said or a direct action. It could be something as simple as a feeling or a smile from a friend. It's not always obvious where her influence comes from.
Her answers, her praise, are they guaranteed by the prayers?
No, not at all. Um,
Then why would you pray?
the act of prayer opens you up to it shows your devotion and your willingness to believe, your willingness to have faith.
So
And
the point of praying is to prove that you believe in your goddess?
no, not so much proof as
Devotion.
Practice.
practice. Yes, it is
Service.
it helps to form the connection between you and Melora. There has to be a connection, or you have to feel your connection to Melora, or you're not open to her guidance.
So the connection is based on the feeling of the connection.
Yes, you have to just like you feel connected to. You don't really have romantic partners in your culture, do you?
No. But we understand that those who are not us do have those connections.
Okay. Damn it.
You're doing fine. It's good.
Orcum Scalpel.
You must feel a connection to Melora before she can guide you, before she can show you her guidance. And prayer, you start to feel that connection through prayer. And the prayer helps to strengthen that bond and strengthen that faith that you have in her. Prayer doesn't change what she does, it changes you.
So why do we pray to her and not to someone else?
Because she's the one you believe in. She's the one you've chosen to follow. The one you've chosen to put your faith in.
But if she will not guarantee her response if praying to her does not guarantee a response to her, we do believe, because she exists and because she cares, but prayer doesn't give an answer to us. This is confusing.
You have children. No, you don't. You have a hive mind, damn it.
It's not an easy
No.
point for poor mushroom people.
When your people reproduce, do the new fungoids automatically know everything you know?
No, not always.
Okay, so sometimes
They know so far as they choose to be connected to the library.
okay, so sometimes you know more than they know. You know that sometimes they do things that they shouldn't, or that you guys you know from experience something that they're doing is wrong. Correct?
Yes.
That is how it is with Melora. She knows that something that we want is not in our best interests. So that she does not guide us to that end. She guides us to what is in our best interest. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes. So we should pray so that she guides us towards our best interests.
I feel like that question's a minefield, but yes.
Making a civilization.
Yeah.
But you want to do like some commandments or something? No.
You can make the commandments if you so choose.
Oh God, no.
I mean, if you care, I know that you've written extensively about some of your characters. If you care, you can write a whole religious structure, and they will follow it.
No, that's okay. I honestly, you make me question my own faith in reality, dude,
I'm sorry, I don't...
or lack thereof. I'm not a religious person. I mean, mildly spiritual, sure, but I am not religious. I don't.
That's all right. I mean, obviously, my point is not to make you religious, Jeff.
I realize that. It's just making me think about this crap for my character is making me think about this crap for me. It's like, seriously? This is a game. It's not supposed to bring up these
Maybe
deep-seated
it is.
crap.
An epiphany through D&D.
That,
A
well,
D&D epiphany.
It's art.
We all had it.
in my mind, this is a very interesting thought experiment, and obviously, it can kind of provoke, by itself. But I mean, I don't want you to have like a crisis of faith out of these questions either.
No, that's not an issue. It's just
Because if you're gonna meet like the UNTs, then you're gonna see like some deep skepticism.
oh, I'm not even gonna try to convert the Yonti. I'm just gonna kill him.
Alright.
Yeah, you guys have already seen that. In some cases, I don't even bother waiting to talk to him. I just try to kill him. You know, poor Atlas.
Yeah, we saw that.
Maybe that should be the first commandment then.
Kill a UNT on sight.
Kill all UNT.
Oh god, kill all the UNT. Drive through all the planes, kill them all.
The goddess demands that all UNTs be purged.
Holy shit.
Tempting, but no.
Imagine saying something like, believing in Melora only guarantees that you go to heaven, not that you shouldn't die on this earth. So convert them and then kill them. That's how you should act towards UNTs.
Holy shit, yes. It's dark.
That is pretty dark, yes. You can go pretty dark with this stuff. I mean, religion can go pretty dark.
Yes.
So, yeah. Alright.
So I'm gonna go back to praying, and hopefully they stop asking me questions that.
I mean, you can just tell them, like, shut up, I don't have answers for you.
True.
But they are looking to me for answers, and
They are, yes.
I'm supposed to be the Melora's champion, so I should know the answer to these questions.
Well, not really. You are what you... I mean, first of all, I think you are true to yourself. So if you don't know the answer, I think it's okay for you to say that you don't know the answer to this stuff. And that they can try to figure it out as well.
Sure. Right now, I'm just going to say, if you'll excuse me, I would like to pray some before the evening is up.
Okay. Alright. You see that they naturally follow the same mutterings as you are making. Not they don't understand the language that you are saying these mutterings. They don't even understand what they mean, but they instinctively like find themselves repeating the same sort of like mutterings and mantras that you do.
Yes, I pray in Celestial.
Okay. Alright.
Just because the chance of them knowing that language is slim.
Alright then. Okay. Justin, you said that you wanted to set up shop and do something. What would you like to work on whilst Klaatu is away?
Trial by fire bullets.
Okay. Alright. Make a Tinker's Tools check.
Oh, interesting.
Tinker's Tools. Tinker's Tools. Oh, and I'm going to LED 6 to it. Ooh, 26.
Okay. Alright. 26. You are working with this evocation magic and this transformation in making the bullets also magical themselves. The materials, however, need to be either magical or you need a mage there to help you with the bullets. To cast something that you would know, or the type of spell that this comes to me seems to be an evocation type spell. So the metal, the steel that you are transforming, that you are forging, has to also go through a process of becoming magical. Like something magical cannot be made out of something that is not magical. And I'm not sure if you have any magical steel with you. So you would need someone's help to turn this magical. Unless you
Wait.
would want the bullets to not be magical.
We do have so the idea behind the trial by fire bullets is to inscribe all my bullets manufacturally, right?
Mhm.
So that it's possible to, for 5 times a day, add this bonus to an attack.
Yes.
Alright? So
Mhm.
for that, I would like to use the Sunfire Sword as a channeler. And I'll need a mage
Mhm.
to reactivate the Fire Sun blade that I have.
Okay.
So, who is closest, Donatello or Klaatu? Well, Klaatu's gone, so Donatello.
Klaatu is gone.
I would go to Donado, not Donatello.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Donato will be. Donato is available to help. You see that he during all of this time he has not cared at all what has happened to your party. He has been studying the fungoids, and he has captured something that he is dissecting. You're not sure if it is a fungus, like a living one that he has found, but it doesn't really seem like the other fungi care about this. But he is off on his own doing his thing. You approach him. He says, "Fascinating work, this colony. How
I know,
interesting the
right?
way that it has been built."
I find it good to know that we have influence here now.
Yes, though religious influence, and I have some skepticism towards your friend.
I'd rather be on a good mission. People seem to be more happy about following than to bring a fear and death. But well, let me get to it. Here, and I'll show him the Sunfire Blade broken one.
Mhm.
I think you need to be especially careful when handling it. I need it to be reanimated to be able to channel it into this, and I pull out a. So it's going to be a pressing device that allows me to press my bullets into these evocation forms provided by the Sunfire Blade. So we're going to mold it and then
Okay.
form it.
So your idea would be then to melt this blade.
And it's going to provide, instead of being activated into the Sunfire Blade, it's going to provide a manufacturing-like way to enchant each bullet that I'm able to channel then fire damage into.
Yes, that could very well work. Could very well work.
It's genius, mate. So if I
You see
have the
that he's
help
not
of him,
totally-
it would be 32 Tinker Tools.
He's not totally convinced that it is genius, but it's an intelligent idea.
Oh, come on, you don't need to belittle me.
He says, "All right, I shall help you then. But what will you give me in return?"
Did I not grant you enough already, my friend? I point at the arquebus he holds in his hand.
You have shared some knowledge. I would hardly say that this is worth two different powerful upgrades on your weapon. A weapon, may I point out, that may be used against me.
How come you're thinking like that? I told you whenever we were to raid the castle, I would spare you.
He
Your
looks at
mind
you
is
with
just worth
with
too
a
much.
he looks at you with a strange suspicion, almost as if he has been, like, possessed by something. Perhaps he has forgotten part of your conversation with him.
Since I have advantage on those things, can I insight check in?
Sure.
He's a vampire mate, so it's a 22.
All right. there is him being away from the vampire castle is actually, it's not damaging his mind, but it is damaging his memory. It is as if he is, by virtue of being, like, essentially you understand that he is still at his core a very human creature, and his habit of working at the forge for perhaps now close to 100 years has been broken, and this breaking of his patternistic way of thinking, way of being, is affecting him, making him anxious, irritable, and a bit paranoid as well.
Oh,
In a way, he
alright.
yearns to return to it.
Alright, I'll take him by his elbow gently and lead him towards the shop I set up. Well, look here, my friend. It's alright. You've been out long enough, and I told you would be able to test your powers, and then my friends fuck it up and be like, let's befriend the mushrooms. They made a temple of Melora. I know it's fucked up. You know what? After you've helped me out here, you just can go back, you know? You just go and tell them I learned how to make salpeter, I learned how to salvage sulfur, and now I can equip our undead army with some weapons. But don't overdo it. Maybe do like an elite squad, you know? Those skeletons rumbling about with guns, it's just terrifying thought.
Yes, I will be careful. This is.
Yeah, you're not the only one in control of the guards and skeletons.
Will you be all right without me to help you? Here, without helping you forge.
Well, after that. You know, after that you go. You just... You know, we gave you this opportunity to do something with a very, very high power, and you managed to stand your ground and channel it into your weapon instead of awakening yourself, which is fine. Because we still made up this plan of the salpeter and sulfur, and you still come back with a lot of military power gained. No one will have anything to say but good things about you. If you spin it the right way, of course. So come on. In friendship, one last orgy thing, and the next time I visit you, I help you out again, and this will be our give and take.
Make a persuasion check.
You'll know I'll come first thing to your forge when I get the chance. 22.
Okay. He is persuaded. He says, "All right, it will feel good to work on something again."
Alright, see, I've already lined out the works. It's very much just dependent on your perfect skill set to mend down the hilt and the magic capabilities of the weapon into these patterns over there. See that? That's the important bit. Once we are able to form it into a cylinder kind of shape, we're able to press them accordingly. I will manage the whole blacksmithy part of it, holding it, and I will count on you to do the magic thingies.
He says, "For this to work best, you would need a stronger forge, but this can be done." And he starts. You see that he casts he holds a fireball in his hand to the point
Yeah.
that the little sulfury guano that composes the spell actually burns and creates a small hole into his hands that then incandesces, and his whole hand becomes then this red hot fire that he uses to press and hold against the weapon itself. With this constantly expending, like burning and healing away at his hands, that you see that his whole flesh burns and regenerates, and at an incredible speed. He will help you and allow you to, after a day's work, do this modification to your weapon.
Oh yes.
Sweet.
So I'm going to add that to my skill sheet.
You see that he is expended. He is very spent after this, and says, I will return now. I will welcome you to my forge. I am called back to it, and I apologize.
You don't have to apologize, just... And I go closer to him, and I turn into a very serious tone. I say, don't lose our soul. And I tap on the arquebus. And you'll be fine.
He says, I will treasure this, friend.
Ooh.
We're connected
this-
through it.
With this, he takes out these little chisels that he places on the earth, and as he hammers them both, with a very distinctive tone rings out throughout the cavern, and out of these two little how do you call them? I don't know how to say it in English. They're like spikes that you would place on the ground. You know those things that you use to hold tents?
Tent stake?
Yeah, like a tent stick, but in this case it's something bigger. It's like the size of 2 hands, something like that. Yeah, basically like the size of 2 hands. He sticks them on the ground. They are marked with this rune, and as he hits them both, it casts a spell, and a portal appears, manifesting the other and on the other side of this portal you see the black castle. You understand, Justin, because of your high arcana, that he was able to make it so that these runes, being hit in specific ways, cast a bardic spell. And in hitting this, and producing this sound, a bard, the essence of the sound itself, created this spell.
You're full of surprises. As he vanishes in the portal.
He vanishes into the portal, and he says, just as he does, he turns to you and says, I am a work of genius. And with it, he raises his left hand, his left unburned hand, and the 2 tent sticks lift themselves up from the ground and are called to his hand, basically entering the very portal that they created, and it collapses on itself.
Well, well. I look at Martino. Now you're alone here. Ooh, scary. Would be a one-on-one with the holy man.
I'm not looking forward to that. I feel like if I start playing them a song, they'll all ask to be a choir. And frankly, I don't think they'll be able to carry a tune.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't be. But maybe if you link up to the library and upload your musical knowledge, their heads explode and that'll be some drum concert.
I would rather not collapse this entire society that your friend is so minutiously building.
Regarding the building. Is that probably the longest time you've spent inside a temple?
I was religious once. But this place has a way of tearing things out from your soul. It makes no sense to worship something when you ascending to replace it.
Oh, Martino, I think I like you better when you play music and talk less.
After that comment, I don't think I like you at all.
Oh, don't worry about that. We'll be having a nice time as long as we respect our boundaries. And I turn the mic back to him and walk towards the rest of the party. No, towards the shop. I'm going to clean up shop.
He starts playing this tune. It is a strangely like a harrowing tune. There's something incredibly dissonant about it. And you see that he is purposefully experimenting with music, almost testing out the boundaries as well of the effects of his songs on the mushroom people. And after just a few strings of this dissonant tune, it's a strangely dissonant and yet melodic. It is a song that, with perhaps without his power, makes no sense. The mushrooms themselves start moving away from him, and the bioluminescence fades, not because the mushrooms themselves choose for it to fade, but because they move away from him, creating, in a sense, an aura around him of warding. And he just sneers at Donato and says, "Copycat, I do better." With this, the day has passed. Or actually, Oraba, what would you like to do during this day then that Klaatu is away, Mist is praying, Justin is working on his weapon?
I think I would just rest after the intense mental battle.
Okay. Alright, so you spend the whole day resting then.
Yeah, idling.
Okay. Would you like to explore a bit of this place, or would you stay mostly in one place?
I think I would
mean,
just
this-
stay for some time.
Okay. I mean, to you, this whole colony is fascinating work of just raw materials. The amount of potions that can be done, just the potential of using this place for alchemical purposes is enormous.
Yeah, I could probably teach them as well to make the stuff.
Would be kind of strange for them to make potions out of themselves, but yes, possible.
It's all a mindset, you know. We already talked about religion, so
Teach them yourself the work ethic and of the gnomes.
harvest the bounties of Melora.
Yes. Well, you can also input some religiousness if you have something to give to these people. Would you like to say something to them?
I think we should have maybe a little bit of a talk. What we do with them, like all together, you know.
Ah, yeah, sure.
Also, what
I mean-
Mist is kind of their prophet, I guess. So
Yes, they definitely have this enormous reverence towards Mist. Yes.
I think we should have like a team discussion about what to do.
Let's hit the war room.
Yes.
War room.
Okay, alright, so considering now that it's already close to 10, would you guys want to stop here? I think this, if none of you would want to do anything more specific throughout this day, then Klaatu would teleport back, and we would pick this up next week and continue.
I think
What do
it's
you
a good idea.
Hmm.
Yeah, why not? One thing I noticed is that when I posted this, that's a very long time ago, I came up with it. It was when I considered I was only a fighter. Can it be the maximum level of a player?
Yes, that makes sense.
Nice.
It was pretty intense session, I think.
Yes, I loved it.
Very nice, mates. Now you're pretty cured, right? Your memory's back.
What?
Isn't your memory now completely back? Did you not gain that?
Yeah, that was a really big thing for my character. I'm very curious what it will make with him. I'm thinking about it right now, and I think the next week. Yeah, I really loved it. I especially loved the part how I got to be a skeleton. I purposely left that out of my backstory, so I'm very happy to see that now. I liked it.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
big
well, I
step,
liked
you
it.
said, right?
I certainly enjoyed it too. To also like have this battle inside Klaatu's mind and having
Yeah.
him just like purposefully give up to laziness and all of that was like it was
Oh,
so
that
in
was-
character.
Yeah, totally. I loved the fails. They were the best. And also we had a hat trick net 20.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is insane. That is
Claire
Oh
insane.
my
scored so good.
gosh.
You knew what would have happened if we didn't roll so good.
Yeah.
Lit personality party.
Mr.
We've all
Changed
gained
my
permanent
mind.
madness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there was a real risk in this, and even when Mist like banished it, that
Yeah.
if he would not have done the right thing, then Klaatu's character would have been permanently altered in a pretty negative way to some
Yeah.
extent.
Well, if
Yeah.
everyone gains madness, that's pretty good for us.
That's also true. That's also true.
Then the canonic
are-
edge kicks off very well.
You are a pro madness party.
Yes. But I'm very happy how it went. Really.
Yeah, I'm really happy too. It was a lot of fun. Okay, guys, see you then next week. When next week would be
Monday
best?
then?
Monday?
Monday?
Yeah, Monday is good for
I
me.
can do Monday. I can do 2 times next week. Girlfriend's on holiday.
Ooh, your
Alright.
girlfriend is on holiday.
Yeah. She's going to Turkey for 7 days.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Alright. Well, I guess I could do it twice as well. My girlfriend's also going. She's going back to Romania
Hey!
for a week, so maybe we'll see.
We could
Let's
Yeah.
have it for
also
sure
do one normal, one shot thingy.
Well, why don't we start meeting at Monday? And Monday we
Yeah.
can be like,
Yeah.
let's do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday again.
Okay.
And then anyone can say, oh, let's continue, let's do blah blah.
Yeah, I think that would